Hi, this is Helen from Helen's Help Desk. We're back about our channel on sex addiction and partners of a sex addict. And the question from today came from a person that they just found out about their addict and wanted to know, should I leave? And I want to think about this very carefully when I tell you, don't make a decision immediately. Give yourself at least a year. There are a lot of reasons to do this. Many people want to run right away because it's like, that's disgusting. I hate what he did. I hate how he hurt me. He can't possibly love me. None of those things may be accurate. You need to take some time to find out what's so for you, what's so for your relationship, and how are you going to handle this. If you wait a year, and that's a recommended amount of time, sometimes 6 months out, if there's somebody who's going off the rails, I'll invite them to stick around for 6 months and at least give them the time to come to a decision. A year is actually better because it may take a year to get all the little arrows in a row. And one of the things that works for a person in a relationship with a sex addict is to work on yourself. Start figuring out, who do I talk to? Get a therapist. And just because it's a therapist doesn't mean they're a good therapist. You need to find a therapist who listens to you, who understands what you're going through, and then decide whether or not that's a good therapist for you. It's got to be a good fit. Sometimes they're not. And there's nothing wrong with you hiring and firing a therapist. There are plenty of meetings you can go to. There are CODA meetings. There are COSA meetings. There are S-Anon meetings. Those people are people who understand what you're doing because they're going through it. COSA is codependence to sex addicts. S-Anon is like Al-Anon, but for sex addicts. And CODA is generic. It's really not about sex addiction. It's about your codependent. And I'll tell you at this point, if you're here with the sex addict, you're probably codependent. And so you might want to look and see what other areas in your life are you codependent, so you can figure out where you stop and they start, or where they start and you stop. You know, it's real important to have a plan. Whenever you get in a situation with someone that things aren't working, it's better to just have a plan rather than just run away willy-nilly. And if you don't do anything for yourself, the very next relationship you get into will probably be an addict of some sort. So I invite you to work on yourself first, and then work on what you need to do with your partner. If this was helpful to you, please like us or subscribe. Remember, only you can allow yourself to be happy.